Just lots of privately owned boats. Come here, as I would say, for some peace. When there's a load of grass here and needs cutting. But we're just going to walk you back to Dren. She's called Dren. Her full name's adrenochrome. But that's a bit of a mouthful. We called her adrenochrome after a balance of Aldous Huxley and Sisters of Mercy, which combined loves of music and literature. As you can see, work in progress, eternally. Today's objective is to have another go at this steering. The mechanism goes from this steering drive from underneath this console steering wheel, which pushes and pulls this cable, which goes into the deepest, darkest innards of the boat, traverses all the way back behind all of this, behind here, through the aft section bulkhead, down, or it comes out here, is held in place at this point, comes through and pushes and pulls the rudder. We know the rudder is free and moves easily, we know the steering mechanism moves easily, but where this rod comes in and out, we know we've got a problem, and that's what today is. What I'm going to try to do to see if I can pull the cable, the inner, pull it out, possibly just part distance to see whether there's anything obvious. If not, I might have to pull the whole of the innards out, but if I can't do that, then it's a horrible job of having to remove all of this left hand side, or I should say port, and pull the whole of the cable, inner and outer, all the way out. The other thing to do today is to take that frame that I made yesterday and see if I can put it down on the base here, on which this tin box sits with the gas canisters in it. Now, rightly or wrongly, I've managed to, as you can see, just at the point of no return. And now if I go all the way back, I can show you. A bit out of breath again, as usual. So what we have is remove that rubber sort of dust protector thing. Yes, and he's ready to turn that. We turn other I said, look, yeah, blue and this. I've always taken yours to far. Version feels it's up now. It's up really there's a glass near. Always ever and yes one. And this is the cable. Doesn't look too bad. It's dry and rotten there. There's a thread there for some reason. Don't know what that thread's for. I'll need to check that. But the actual cable itself, some bits are clogged, other bits are clear. So I think in the end appears to be okay as well. I guess a bath for that, oil bath or some sort of degreasing bath first and then an oil soak. Let's give that a go at home. Right, the metal box is now in the car, the head of a wheelbarrow, bloody heavy, and I've just placed a new frame for the box, metal box for the gas cylinders. It sits on 3 points quite easily, but the bottom left hand point here is just hanging in free air. So you either use the screw it down, the other 3 areas, or you put a support underneath, and I think I'm going to have to put a support underneath that. I can't leave it like that. So that's another job for home. Right, now everything is done that I hope to achieve today, so I'm pretty pleased with myself. So I was able to remove the steering cable, the inner, from all the way to the back, removed it, put it in a bin bag to take home to bathe and oil, and I'm going to have a go at walking and talking, which is something I haven't done before. So I'm just walking along the port deck of Br3 Eek, and we should go for a walk. And behind me you can see the machine, the Br3 Eek. It's been a funny old week. Work has been very difficult, both trying to keep the day job going, the program going, the 3 organisational major program going, trying to lead through the sort of bringing together of the 3 IT departments. And it's been taking its toll on me. I've had a few calls with GP or the mental health nurse about what she calls derealisation, where your brain is trying to do something it doesn't want to do and it tries to protect itself. It kind of came to a head this week in that I was chairing a meeting on a Tuesday, and I was running out of words. I couldn't form a sentence. I was trying to chair this meeting, and I couldn't put a sentence together. It was almost comical if it wasn't sort of scary. And in the end I had to say to the people on the meeting, I said, look, I'm sorry, I got a departmental briefing coming up within the hour. I need to have a quick downtime, quick meditate. Which, yeah, they knew something was very wrong. Yeah, as I say, couldn't finish a sentence, couldn't string words, couldn't think. My brain was just full, absolutely full. So, had to lay down, meditation, yoga nidra, back up, departmental briefing, trying to sort of update the department on where we are with everything. Not particularly easy. Willows shedding leaves. I love this time of year. The Broads go quiet, well, apart from the chap cutting the grass. And birds twitter, fish jump. It's lovely. Anyway, that was Tuesday. Can't even think now. On Wednesday, I was chairing another meeting, and I was hard on a guy who wasn't delivering. He kind of fell apart in the meeting. I felt like a complete scumbag, and that kind of was the last straw. Finished that meeting, finished the day. Thursday, I had a migraine from hell. My body then also just said, no, John, that's enough of that lark. You're not moving. It was almost like flu or COVID or something. Anyway, I had to phone in sick. There was no way I could crawl out of bed. Friday I had off anyway. And now we're at Sunday. Am I ready to go back to work? Not particularly. I'm going to have to make that call in the morning. My wife is adamant I shouldn't go in. I've got to lead. I've got to be there. I've got to look after the department, but equally my body is screaming that it's... And I got to look after myself, because so we shall see. Anyway, back to the boat. I'm really pleased how that went. Lots to do next few evenings, and we'll come. And next weekend, I guess, moorhen. Next weekend we'll be back here and trying to fit the parts. I'm quite looking forward to that. Anyway, I'll see you later.